What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag AskGSM right here in, or not a hashtag AskGSM, sorry, hashtag GSM4GM, Season 4, Episode 7, here in WWE 2K25 MyGM Mode. And today we're going to be watching our 7th episode here as we run down our SmackDown kind of lineup with AJ Styles versus Javon Evans. We have a Fatal 4-Way main event and so much more. I'm still thinking that we do hashtag AskGSM on Wednesdays. It's actually Wednesday and today's GSM for GM Day. So we'll get into it here. We're going to be going through AJ Styles versus Javon Evans in the opening matchup. Becky Lynch addressing her upcoming opponents in the night's main event. The winner of that Fatal 4-Way right there is going to go on to our next pay-per-view, which I think is SummerSlam, to challenge Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's Championship. Speaking of promos, Gunther, our United States champion, coming off a successful title defense last week, is going to be cutting a promo following his win over Javon Evans on last week's show. So Javon Evans looking for a bounce-back win there. Finn Balor going one-on-one with Tyler Bate. That should be a good matchup. Ilya Dragunov also looking to boost momentum back in his chase for the United States Championship, takes on Jimmy Uso. CM Punk calls out Roman Reigns before they collide next week on SmackDown for the WWE Championship. And then in the aforementioned main event, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Liv Morgan, and Tegan Nox in a Fatal 4-Way match to determine Becky Lynch's next opponent for the WWE Women's Championship. So this should be good. We only watched the main event. We only watched one match here on the show. Going through this sort of stuff, I think we're good. But I think we can get into it. So we are in Fresno, California tonight. Confirm booking, and boom. All right, perfect. Let's see. AJ Styles versus Javon Evans. Should be a fun matchup. We're going to simulate it here. All right, we'll simulate that match. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles with his second straight victory after beating Tyler Bate last week with another win, this time over the former #1 contender to the United States Championship. Becky Lynch popularity up 3. Finn Balor and Tyler Bate. I don't think we've done this matchup yet. We'll simulate this matchup between the two. Both kind of directionless at the moment. Finn Balor picks up the victory. New feud between the two. Okay. That gives them some direction. Gunther popularity up 2. Perfect. Let's see if Ilya Dragunov can get back in the win column here. With a win or a loss, we shall see. It's another win for Ilya Dragunov, knocking off Jimmy Uso, who I believe has been racking up victories left and right in recent weeks. So Ilya Dragunov still has his sights set on that United States Championship. He got past Jimmy Uso here tonight, potentially one step closer to championship contention. Good promo from the two. Their match will take place next week for the WWE title. And we're going to watch this match, as I mentioned earlier. Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Liv Morgan, and Tegan Nox in a Fatal 4-Way match. Straight up 4-Way, with the winner advancing to face Becky Lynch, most likely at SummerSlam, for the WWE Women's Championship. Alright, so we'll get into it here. Becky Lynch, finally, we got her back from Raw recently, so she's back on the Raw roster, and technically, she is not the women's champion in the game because she went to the Raw roster, but in storyline, she's been here the whole time. So technically, she is our champion. The game doesn't recognize her as champion because she got drafted away from us, but that's okay. In my mind, she's still the WWE Women's Champion. All right, we could skip through all the entrances and that bullshit. Skip this scene. A lot of entrances we have to skip through here. Skip. Alright, skip. Skip that too. And here we go. #1 contenders action here.
We are getting this battle underway as we see Charlotte, Naomi, Liv Morgan.
Oh, okay, nice drop down elbow there from Tegan Nox. Oh, nice kick there from Tegan. Going right for Charlotte Flair.
Just brutalizing their opponent.
Naomi, nice drop down on Tegan Nox there. As we wrestle in a fucking high school gymnasium, or whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. This does work out well, though, because over the last couple of weeks here on SmackDown, we've had a lot of, ongoing battles with Charlotte, with Naomi, with Tegan Nox. They've all been kind of intertwined. Liv Morgan also had an interim feud with Rhea Ripley, who got sent over to Raw. We needed to ship away Rhea so we could get Becky Lynch. Nice roll up there from Charlotte.
And Liv's usual persistence only got squished there. The competitor in Tegan is coming through here.
Non-stop action as Tegan goes for Naomi. Charlotte goes for Liv. Nice neck breaker. Oh, nice forearm. She has Naomi with a nice forearm there. And choking her over the top rope. Oh, chop and a kick to the stomach. Nice repeating kicks there from Naomi.
Every strike more devastating than the last. Placing her in the corner.
Okay, Charlotte now. Boom! Nice kick to Naomi right in the corners. Liv takes out the fucking kendo stick. Goes to town on Tegan Nox at ringside. And then Charlotte Flair following suit with a fucking kendo stick of her own. Oh, man, is whacking the shit out of Liv Morgan. And there's Naomi trying to get into the action. Charlotte just chucking the kendo stick at a downed Tegan Nox.
Oh my God.
Charlotte with the backbreaker now. It's really Naomi and Tegan that have the issues with each other. They've exchanged wins. They've also been intertwined with Charlotte, but Naomi beat Tegan a few weeks back. Tegan beat Naomi last week. So they're kind of on a collision course toward a rubber match at some point. Naomi jumps to the outside and gets nobody, but that's totally fine, I suppose. Tegan just now humiliating Charlotte Flair on the ground. Oh, what a nice kick to Liv Morgan. He's got Charlotte up and takes her down as Naomi goes for Liv Morgan. Pinning Charlotte. Oh, no, that's Liv. Nearly a 2 count. Charlotte breaks it up before Tegan Nox can earn that title shot. Charlotte, the only woman in this match to have won the WWE Women's Championship here on SmackDown before. Tegan Nox has had opportunities. Naomi has not. Liv Morgan has had opportunities. She's never been able to take home the title. Tegan actually, or rather Liv, has never beaten Charlotte here in the game. Of all the years that we've been doing GSM for GM, she has yet to rack up a win over Charlotte Flair. I don't know what the fuck that was from Naomi, but that was impressive. One, just a 1 count. Nice kick there from Charlotte. Kick to Tegan as well. Trying to take out Naomi on the apron. And boom, drop kick to ringside. Liv, I don't know what the fuck she's going for, but a nice drop kick to both Tegan and Charlotte, taking both women out. Pinning Tegan, quickly capitalizing. One, just a 1 count. Charlotte sweeping the leg of Liv Morgan as she also goes to town on Tegan Nox here. Using her head like a basketball. Damn, bouncing off the mat. Charlotte now has got Naomi up on her shoulders. Oh, backpack stunner takes out Naomi as Liv and Tegan square off in the corner. Charlotte now with a kendo stick in hand. Might not end well for either Naomi or Tegan or even Liv Morgan, but she breaks the kendo stick on Liv's head, and then Naomi with the rear view on Charlotte. Naomi just going to town here. Beautiful move here on Liv. She's rolling her up. She's got her submission locked in. Tegan Nox is too focused on Charlotte, who chokeslams Charlotte. It's only Liv and Tegan left. Standing nice dropkick there from Naomi. Not enough to take Liv off her feet. Oh, beautiful pay dirt there. Liv breaks up the pinfall attempt from Naomi onto Charlotte. Jumping STO there from Liv Morgan, which was very impressive. Now the cover on Tegan. Charlotte right there to break it up. Liv now has Naomi up on her shoulders. And Charlotte with the natural selection. One. Oh, no. Liv breaking it up. Saying, hey, fuck this.
Just like that.
Chucking Charlotte out of the ring now. Naomi. Oh, okay. Going for something. Oh, and Liv. Taking down Naomi and Tegan with a suplex. Fast and furious action so far here in this four-way. She sets up Liv Morgan. As Charlotte Flair slowly getting back to her feet, she better hurry up as Tegan hits the shiniest wizard in the ring. And the immediate cover on Liv. One. Oh, and Charlotte there to break it up. Nice chop, and again another natural selection onto Tegan Nox, from this time from Charlotte Flair onto Tegan. And the issue with these four-ways is that there's always someone there to break up the pinfall attempt. But not now. Charlotte pins Naomi. This could be it in just a 2 count. That would have been it. Tegan's down. Liv Morgan's down. Tegan already pinned Charlotte, I believe, in their first ever one-on-one outing a couple of weeks ago on the SmackDown before Clash of the Castle. Naomi takes down Tegan, who gets right back up from Liv Morgan.
Set right into the corner.
Oh, okay, they got both taken into the corner at the exact same time.
Nice scoop slam. And attacking the body here could be a smart strategy.
Liv Morgan now on the top. Naomi looking to take her out, but missed. Oh, Liv going for a crossbody, also was able to miss that, also unable to hit it. Charlotte hits a flapjack on Naomi.
Catching up with her now. Yeah, this is trouble.
Oh, chucks the kendo stick at Liv Morgan again. Throws her into the ropes, but the referee's in the way.
Got the underhook.
Boom. Nice combination there. Oh, and Tegan throwing the kendo stick at Charlotte. There goes Liv. Tegan's got to capitalize. Face first into the turnbuckle. And again into the turnbuckle. As Liv and Naomi kind of focus on each other on the outside. Inverted senton. Thank you, Byron Saxton. From Tegan to Charlotte Flair. What is she doing, though? She's getting out of the ring. If she just pinned her, then that could have been it. She's wasting time. Oh! Tegan went for something. Liv Morgan hits the code breaker on Charlotte and gets right back up with a fucking kip up. And Charlotte has Tegan, but lays her out with a power bomb. Oh, and she sweeps the leg of Liv Morgan. Oh! Nice takedown there.
But now Liv. Nasty kick.
Liv Morgan going for that Hurricane Rana on Charlotte. Boom! Or tilt-a-whirl, whatever the fuck you call that. Oh, but Tegan's got Liv! One! Oh, and Naomi breaks it up. Just non-stop action in this fatal four-way. Naomi and Liv actually teaming up together to take out a common enemy in Tegan Nox. But Liv, stupid enough to pin Tegan, doesn't even get a 1 count. Naomi right there to break it up. I don't know why she would pin her right in front of Naomi. Nice neck breaker there from Charlotte to Naomi. Another jumping STO, this time from Liv to Tegan. And Naomi there to break it up. Naomi again going for her signature submission on Charlotte Flair.
It's locked in. Critical point.
And Charlotte able to get out of it, actually, with repeated knees to the skull of Naomi. Oh, Charlotte with the kendo stick, taking down Liv. Also able to counter Naomi. More strikes. Whoop. Boom. Tegan Nox with the shiniest wizard ever, pinning Charlotte Flair. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Tegan Nox is moving on to face a familiar foe in Becky Lynch, who at one point in time was never able to beat Tegan Nox. They rekindle that rivalry at SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship. So much history between those two women here in the game, as Tegan Nox held a undefeated streak against Becky for the longest time, cost her opportunities at the championship. She was the biggest roadblock in the way of Becky becoming champion at one point in time. And now here tonight, we see Tegan Nox move on to challenge Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for that WWE Women's title. Very fun four-way. I thought those four women killed it. That was a great match. Good shit. Alright, continue. We don't give a fuck about Raw, so we're just going to simulate that show. Alright, ratings aren't terrible. We also made $50,000, so that's good. Raw number 1 now. Alright. 4 now, I'll give you that. Indianapolis tonight, which is interesting, because they were just in Indianapolis in real life earlier this year for the Royal Rumble. Tyler Bates says, my contract to SmackDown will expire at the end of this week. Can't say I've been loving it, but I would be prepared to stay for another 5 weeks for $57,000. You know, that's fine. We need to kind of retain talent right now, because if we can't afford to lose more people, we don't really have that deep of a roster, so I'll extend his contract. Or actually, we already have authorization to extend his contract. Maybe we could use that for someone else, though. I think we have a contract thing where if we use it on them, it extends their contract by a couple of weeks. Now we can give him $50,000. $50,000 is fine. What's going on, Richie, brother? He said, what's going on, big dog? I'm doing well, brother. How about you? $98,000 for 10 weeks. I think that makes sense. $154 till the end of the season. I mean, we only have $178, and I'm not prepared to offer Tyler Bate that much, of all people, just to stay. And I do want to re-sign him, so we'll give him what he wants. Hasn't done a whole lot so far, but he did just start a rematch or a whole feud with Finn Balor, so it kind of makes sense to keep him around. Your opening offer sounds fine. Let's go with that. All right, small increase. Richie said, same old, my friend. Was waiting for the 2K stream. Appreciate it, brother. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your Wednesday. I mean, the last 2 2K streams I've done have been a little bit later on in the day. I typically try to do them earlier on like the early afternoon, but I just didn't have a chance. I was just too busy doing stuff. But yeah, here we are with the 2K stream. Jimmy says, you don't seem to realize this, William, but I'm a bit of a master on the mic. Jimmy Uso's a master on the mic. But are we watching the same fucking show? I want to make my mark in a promo during tonight's show. Hey, listen, Jimmy, if you want to cut a promo, that's fine. Sure thing, pal. Great, the fans are going to love what I have to say. All right, whatever you say. Finn said, good that you didn't screw me on that promise. Keep this up and I'll probably stay at SmackDown. Glad you're looking out for me. Let's keep this up. I think that's because he wanted the match with Tyler Bate. All right, so Jimmy Uso wants a promo. We can book that. We can put that here. Sell promo for Jimmy Uso. We'll do that here. All right, I don't really think it matters what kind of promo it is. So we'll put him there. Let's see. I already said we're doing Punk and Roman in the main event because Roman beat Rollins at Clash of the Castle. Did I say Punk and Rollins? I meant to say Punk and Roman. Punk and Roman tonight for the WWE Championship. We're not watching that, though, because that's going to have interference from Seth Rollins. And I also want to keep the belt on Punk. So we're going to use one of our fixed matches on CM Punk. Make sure he retains, because I want to keep Punk as champion, and he's going to beat Roman. He has like a 1-3 record against Roman, so this will also boost up his chances of kind of boosting the record. They have a 1-3 record. Punk has lost 3 matches to Roman. He's only beat him once, but he will beat him here tonight. Punk will be guaranteed to win their match. Yes. All right. So we will do that. So Tegan Nox became number 1 contender. I will have, let's do this. Let's do call out. Becky calls out Tegan. All right, Becky calls out Tegan to address their match at the pay-per-view. I like that. What else can we do? Ilya Dragunov's kind of on a roll right now. I do want to do Ilya Dragunov and Gunther for the United States Championship again. I mentioned that earlier. AJ's also kind of just waiting on the sidelines for his opportunity. I mean, he's 2-0 right now. Since he lost the Punk at the pay-per-view, He's beaten... Who did he beat? He beat Tyler Bate. He beat Javon Evans. So I think I said last week we would do Dragunov and Bate, though. Or not Dragunov and Bate. Dragunov and Javon Evans. I think I want to do that match. So maybe we can open with that and we can watch it. Because if we're not watching the main event, we need a match to watch, and it would probably be that one. So let's watch Ilya Dragunov and Javon Evans. That sounds fucking awesome, to be honest with you. Let's see. I'll probably have Gunther cut another promo. So let's do the women's promo here. Let's do the women's promo in the middle. Call out. Becky will call out Tegan. We'll have Gunther call out Ilya. Alright, where is it? Boom. We'll have Gunther call out Ilya. Or actually, I kind of want to do a tag match with Dragunov and Javon Evans. We could do the singles match next week. I kind of like that. Let's see if we have enough people to do that. Let's do Javon Evans. Where's alright? Javon versus Gunther and AJ? Question mark. And then with the women's match, how many women do we have left over? We have actually. Oh well, not Tegan. We could put in a match if we wanted to, because Tegan's getting called out tonight. So let's reverse this. Love Tegan coming off her win last week, addressing Becky Lynch. And then maybe we could do Charlotte. Charlotte's a babyface. We have 3 baby faces and 1 heel. Charlotte beat Liv 2 weeks ago. What happened when we did Charlotte and Naomi a few weeks ago? I think, well, they're currently feuding are Charlotte and Liv Morgan. I don't want to do Charlotte and Liv just yet again. When we did Charlotte and Liv a few weeks ago, Charlotte beat Naomi. Yeah, not Liv. Let's see. Charlotte beat Naomi when they went one-on-one. So I'm trying to think of how we could do this here. Maybe we could do Becky and Liv tonight? Becky and Liv with Charlotte getting involved. I kind of like that, to be honest with you. Becky versus Liv. Interference from Charlotte because they're currently feuding. So I kind of like that. Self-promo for Naomi. We have to do self-promo for Jimmy Uso. We said that earlier. And we'll run back Finn Balor and Tyler Bate. I like that a lot, actually. That show just fucking booked itself. That actually works out perfectly. So instead of watching the main event, which we will simulate, and we already know will be won by Punk, because I put in the power card for that, we will watch our opener, which is going to be Javon Evans and Ilya Dragunov, who have both been involved in the chase for the United States Championship. They're going to be teaming up for the first time ever here on SmackDown next week to take on Gunther, a common enemy in Gunther, and AJ Styles. I could have, Balor and Bate are feuding, but I kind of like this. AJ has nothing to do with any of these guys, but AJ did just beat Javon Evans last week, so I think this match is actually kind of perfect, because we did Javon Evans and AJ last week. Gunther's feuding with both Javon and Ilya. He just beat Javon last week. So, I think, actually, did AJ beat Javon last week? He did, or the episode that we just simulated. So, yeah, Javon's 0-2 right now. Naomi cuts a promo. Tegan calls out Becky. Becky has a match tonight, though, against Liv Morgan, with Charlotte Flair calling out, or getting involved in Liv Morgan's match, because they're feuding at the moment. Finn Balor taking on Tyler Bate in a rematch from last week. Jimmy Uso wants a promo for some reason. And then in real life, I'm reading Richie's comment. Richie, you said, this SmackDown card is insane. Too bad the real product isn't like this. Yeah, seriously. I mean, we have Road Dogg booking, so who am I to book SmackDown when we have the genius that is Road Dogg booking the blue brand right now? Obviously, I kid. But we have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title, with Seth Rollins getting involved. and costing Roman the match. Because when we did Roman and Rollins at our last show, Roman Reigns beat Rollins, and Rollins is not done yet with Roman Reigns. Their feud continues. They are currently 1-1. Rollins beat Roman at Backlash last year. Roman beat Rollins at Clash of the Castle a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to have them run it back probably at SummerSlam, if not soon after. But Punk will defend the championship on SmackDown against Roman Reigns next week. Not watching the match, like I said. We will be simulating that match. But I like this card a lot. I'm looking forward to watching this match specifically. Given the level of talent involved, this sounds like it could be a fucking barn burner. A lot like the four-way that we watched earlier on this episode, on this stream. So I look forward to that. I think our power cards are good to be used. Call the Whamulance. We're not using any of that good shit. Or any of that shit. I just see this good talent thing. That's why I said good. Select an opposing brand. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. All this other sort of stuff. Let's see. All this sort of stuff we can use at another time. I really have no use for it right now. I probably should utilize this stuff more. I just don't have any interest, unfortunately. But anyway, that's our show. So we'll wind out there. We'll wrap up there. So that is our SmackDown card for next week. Probably streaming live again next Wednesday at some point. Hope for it to be earlier on in the afternoon on Wednesday, but kind of depends on my schedule and what I got going on. So we'll see. We'll see coming up next week here on the stream. But on your way up, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Shout out to our channel members, Alexis, Miss Maud Matthews, Dillon DiGiacomo, Mrs. Renee, DJ Swerve 1, Daniel Malcolm, RJ Marceau, John Ritland, here on YouTube at Real Honesty with John Ritland. And, of course, Richie, who was in the comments just a moment ago. Check him out on YouTube as well. Red Planet Wrestling for more 2K content and a lot more than that. As well as Average Grunt on Twitter at The Average Grunt. So follow those fine folks. Appreciate them for being channel members. More information available on the WrestleRant All Access Pass channel membership tier, whatever you want to call it, in the description box down below. So I think that's going to do it for me, folks. Be sure to, like I said, like the video and subscribe on the way out. All that support is greatly appreciated. Richie, thanks for tuning in live, my friend. I appreciate you. And we'll catch you next week we'll be doing the 2K stream, probably on Wednesday. But before then, we'll be live here next on the channel tomorrow, that being Thursday, May 15th, for another all-new episode of WrestleRant Radio, very likely around noon Eastern time, chatting Backlash and all the latest news in the world of wrestling. Love the Love Ziggler chants, or chants and chats, and the chat, Richie, all the emojis. Thank you so much for that. Have an awesome one, folks. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and we'll catch your ass down the road.